Hey, it's me, Mrs. Mancini, and today we're going to learn about the plant life cycle. Yay! Let's start with seeds. These are kidney beans. What do they need to grow? The obvious thing. How about some water? Watering my seeds. Oh, they probably could use some oxygen and some CO2. Look at that. And the last thing seeds need to grow is the proper temperature. The term for seeds growing and leaving dormancy is called germination. Whoa, look at these seeds a day later. The one on the bottom is germinated. It means it's growing. It has gas exchange and it's starting to get larger and water's moving into the cells. Osmosis! This is an ungerminated seed. Can you see the difference in size? The seeds mature and are protected by the fruit. Oh, super strength. Seeds need to get away from their parent plants. Sometimes they're blown away. Sometimes they just fall to the ground. And sometimes they get eaten by animals and excreted. Ew. Hi shake, hi bake. When seeds get in the right spot and they start growing, the radical root comes out first. Then the first thing that comes out of the ground is this thing called a plumule, and eventually our plant stands up. This is dicot germination. If it was a monocot, the seed would get buried and the root comes out first. That's the radical dude. And then the sheath comes up and then we see our leaves. Yay for germination and yay for our little seedling development. Aww. Look at our seedling now. Look how big it's gotten. It grows and grows and grows and grows until we have a mature plant. Lots of growth. The growth of a plant is due to a type of cell division called mitosis. Once a plant matures, next comes a beautiful flower. Flowers can have male parts, female parts, or both male and female parts. This part here is male. That's called the stamen. This part here is all female. That's called a pistil, because girls are like pistols. Woo! On the tip of the stamen you find the anther. What is this yellow thing? By golly, it's pollen. Lots and lots of pollen. What in the world is in a pollen grain? Let's investigate. I just happen to have a pollen grain right here. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Ooh, we have 2 sperm. And the clear guy down here is called the tube nucleus. We'll talk about that later. But each pollen grain has 2 sperm. Yay! The goal of every plant is to get the sperm in their pollen grains to the eggs and the ovules. But the goal is to get it from one plant to a different plant so you can have more success in reproduction. So, how does this sperm get from one plant to another? Good question. I am the answer. I'm a go-between, a pollinator. I love pollen. I collect pollen. There it is. And I buzz around, Fly, 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 and oh look, here's a new flower. And I transfer this pollen grain from my legs to the stigma. The transfer of pollen from legs to stigma of some pollinator is called pollination. Sometimes wind can cause pollination, or other animals. Once the pollen lands on the stigma, it travels down the style to the ovary until it finds one of our ovules. Now we have the union of egg and sperm. This is called fertilization. The creation of eggs and sperm are due to a type of cell division called meiosis. Lo and behold, what's created from germination? By golly, it's the seed. And we start our cycle all over again. The end.